Hey, you ever been in an argument and instead of explaining them point, right? Somebody will say, well, a scientist said it, or this expert said it, or them tell you that it was on the news. And they say it like that's supposed to be the end of the conversation. Like you were supposed to say, oh, my bad. You're right. But hold up. Is something true just because somebody important said it? Or is it just another tactic that people use to win argument?
Watchtower, this is 187 requesting go for launch. 187, this is Watchtower. FAFO, you are go.
Yo, wow, blood clot. Why you don't know your favorite Jamaican up in the place? 187 opinions and reviews. Well, people, you don't know your favorite Jamaican. And welcome back to 187 Opinions and Reviews, where we break down ideas, internet culture, and the psychology behind how people argue. This series is inspired by the philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer and his work, The Art of Being Right. Go get that book, it's a good read. Where he exposes the tactics people use to win arguments, even when them wrong. And today we're talking about one of the very popular ones, appeal to authority.
An appeal to authority is when someone claims something is true simply because an authority figure said it. Instead of giving evidence, they give you a name. Experts say. Doctors say. This professor said. Don't get it twisted. Experts matter. Knowledge matters. But the problem comes when the authority replaces the argument.
I am the law! Put it like this, right? Somebody say, this diet is the best way to lose weight. And then you ask them, why? Why is that the best way to lose weight? And then them respond, oh, Dr. Phil said it, right? And then you say, okay, Dr. Phil said it. But what's the reasoning behind it? What's the reasoning behind it? What's the evidence? And then what is the explanation? If all you have is because Dr. Phil said it, that's not an argument. That is borrowing credibility.
No, that's a bit of a problem.
We have to be fair with this, right? Sometimes appealing to authority makes sense. If a trained surgeon, for example, explaining a medical procedure, their expertise, it carry weight. If a physicist explains a scientific concept, they probably know more than the average person on the subject matter, right? So authority isn't the problem. Blind acceptance is.
I'm the gardening expert. You're the gardener. See? You're the Indian. I'm the chief.
So it becomes a fallacy when the authority isn't actually qualified in that field, right? Or when the experts disagree, but only one is used. Or when the authority replaces real evidence. And even when the claim isn't explained at all. That's when it turns into a shortcut for thinking.
Is anyone asking how my hand feels after punching that iron-like jaw of that baby?
Historical example, right? Even great thinkers weren't immune to this. For centuries, people believed in certain ideas simply because Aristotle said them. His authority was so strong, people accepted his views without questioning them. It wasn't until later that scientists started testing things for themselves that many of those ideas were challenged. Truth didn't change. People just stopped relying on authority alone.
Science is a liar sometimes.
Another powerful example is with Isaac Newton, right? One of the greatest scientists of all time. But even Newton had ideas that turned out to be incorrect. If people accepted everything he said without question, science would have stopped progressing. This shows something important. Even the smartest people can be wrong. But today, this tactic is everywhere. Everywhere, brethren. Someone posts a clip, right? And adds, experts say, and drops a name. And suddenly, people stop questioning it because authority feel like certainty. But real understanding requires more than just a quote.
What are you talking about, Willis?
And you know, Schopenhauer understood that people often use authority to end arguments quickly. Instead of providing a point, them borrow somebody else's reputation, right? Because arguing against an authority figure feels harder than arguing against just a regular everyday person. So it creates the illusion of this debate is over, even though it's not.
Gator needs a scat, you punk ass bitch!
So 187, how intelligent people handle these types of things, right? What should I do? Or what should you do, I say? One, you ask for reasoning. What's the evidence behind what you're saying? Two, you check the authority. is the person that this person bringing up actually qualified in the area of the conversation we're having? And 3, look for multiple perspectives. Real truth can stand up to scrutiny, right? And 4, think for yourself. Yes, respect expertise. However, don't replace your thinking with it.
No, 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 no.
And this is the reality, right? Authority can guide you. However, it shouldn't control you. Because truth doesn't depend on who says it. It depends on whether it can be supported, substantiated, and justified.
But have you ever considered learning how to lie every now and then? Just a bit.
Alright, my people, if you enjoyed the breakdown, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. You know, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend so we can all be friends and come chill on the ends, right? Because, hey, come here. And in the next episode, we're going to discuss another powerful tactic, right? The bandwagonist, aka the bandwagon effect. When people believe something just because everybody else does. And trust me, that when they run the internet. Until next time, stay sharp and remember, just because someone important said it doesn't automatically make it true. Big up to you.